Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever podcast of SixndOut. My name is Abhiram Vilala, and on today's show we have the brothers Sid and Adit Kappa.
It's our time, so let me take it home and knock it out of this world. Out of this world where we going, yeah. Out of this world, yeah. Out of this world where we going. So come on, let me take it.
Waiting and anticipating just to get a chance so we can be great kings. That time now wasting, no more debating. Today, our future creating. Here I'm stating, we want the rating.
Hey, Abhi.
So, thank you guys for joining me on this show today. So to start off, I wanted to ask Sid a question. So, being a part of USA Under 19 and the recent success of the USA men's team in the T20 World Cup and finally Major League that's also taking place in the United States. How do you think this shapes up USA cricket and the younger generation that's coming?
Yeah, I definitely think that the recent success in this T20 World Cup, it definitely brings a lot of positives into USA cricket. It gives the younger generation definitely something to look up to, and it kind of shows us that beating some of these full member nations is like within reach, and it's something that we should strive for and search for. And now with MLC brushing shoulders with some of the greatest players to ever play the game, it definitely will raise the standards of cricket in the USA, and I think there's nowhere to go but up with this new stuff all coming in, and definitely the recent success will definitely make the younger generation more excited to come and play the sport and help USA become a better cricketing nation.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you on that one. So, Adit, being the younger generation Sid is talking about, how do you think, I want to hear your point of view on how this World Cup can really help you and your younger generation, and especially coming from, a state that plays a lot of cricket but hasn't developed fully. I want to hear what you have to say on this.
Yeah, so as a younger generation, I look up to most of the players on the World Cup team and also some players on the Under 19 World Cup team that went to South Africa. And it really shows the platform that and the things that we can achieve if we put our mind towards the hard work. And I also feel like some of the success that we had in the World Cup is something that we want to have, and obviously go farther than the USA team did. Hats off to them. And just looking at like my brother in the Under 19 team, showing that they could play against those full member cricketing nations in the Under 19 World Cup, even though they didn't win any games there, they still showed that they could compete with them. Just something that I find very fascinating and something I want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Sid and Adit, both of you, I wanted to ask a combined question. Both of you guys have been playing EYCL for a very long time in New Jersey, and compared to back in 2017 and 2018, and now in 2024, how much has, in your opinion, cricket grew in the United States?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it now, you could just see just from the number of players and the number of teams, there's been a significant amount of growth in cricket. Now, whenever I just go outside and go to like one of my local cricket grounds, it's already taken by usually the younger guys, and it's really pleasing to see, because beforehand you would just see maybe one or two guys, and like usually everything would be open, but now if you look at it, it's filled with just people that are passionate about the sport. So I definitely say that it's grown quite a bit, and just if you look at the numbers, there's been quite a bit growth. Yeah, I agree with that. As someone that's been playing in EYCL, and I'm still playing in EYCL right now, looking at the number of players and the number of teams, the competition's obviously upped, and the amount of opposition and the amount of different players we're facing is only going to improve our game.
and it's something that is really improved from the years before. Because I've been playing USA for a while now, even since I was young, and there were always just those top two teams that were dominating the league. But now we're seeing a lot more academies and a lot more players that are coming up and scoring a lot of runs and taking a lot of wickets.
Absolutely. Um, so you guys may know that USA has now qualified for the next T20 World Cup in 2026. Now, do you think that the awareness of the sport and has grown significantly in the United States now compared to before the T20 World Cup?
Definitely, yeah. With their recent success, that win over Pakistan, I think that brought quite a bit of attention to the sport. You would see now a lot of people that before weren't really familiar with the sport are starting to try to pick it up, and I think and with the World Cup being hosted in the USA as well, it brought a new audience into play, not just I'd say the um immigrated families, but also people that have been in this country and maybe not been so familiar with the sport that maybe a lot of these South Asian families have been accustomed to. So yeah, I definitely think that it's getting a lot more familiar now.
Yeah, but as you said, since we're qualified for the 2026 World Cup, I think it's going to draw a lot more attention to cricket in the USA, and people are going to be looking forward to seeing what the US team can do if they already made such big strides in the competition, seeing if we can make it to the semis, even make it to the finals. So I think there's going to be a lot of hype around it, and the new generation that's coming in, I feel like there's going to be a lot of good cricket coming for USA.
Right. All right, guys. So I want to thank you for your time. I mean, this is the first podcast of the series, and uh, the whole point of this was to spread was of this channel was to help spread awareness to many people who don't understand the sport. To get a couple coaches and players' point of view about how cricket is really evolving in the United States. So Adit and Sid, I want to thank you a lot for your time, and I would really like to have you guys again on my show.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, see you guys.